Oh, hi, I'm Kiki. Hi, I'm Kiki, and welcome to your monthly energy check for this next upcoming month. These are timeless readings, so you can always catch them at any time. However, this one I am filming in April, so welcome, happy April, happy April Fools, happy as we head into the spring equinox season of the world. We just passed when I'm filming this, we just passed the Aries new moon, which was on the first, which is really shows new sparks and new innovation. So you could choose your pile. Again, I'm going to leave the timestamps in the description, but I am going to go over the bottom deck's energy. But quickly, I want to do a quick announcement. So I am opening back up my private readings, so you can always check them out. You can always send me an email, and I will give you a price. And if you have specific questions, just let me know. I do those as well. With that in mind, I was really busy. Sorry I didn't really get to post. It was just I have a lot of extra side work that I do. I am also going to rechange how I do my readings. I'm not going to do a weekly energy check anymore. I am going to keep with my monthly readings and then post maybe two related videos and maybe the energy check in the middle of the month. Maybe not 3 in the month like I was doing before. So I am changing my structure of how I am going to release videos. And yes, that is what my announcement is. Okay, but as we head into this, let's talk about the bottom of the deck energy, which I found super cool. So first, let's talk about how the collective is going through an awakening right now. There seems to be like you're attracting something into your life, which is going to really form this awakening for our collective. We also had this change maker make waves card, which shows there's a lot about change happening inside right now. This change may have to do with the decisions, with the two of summer here. Twos always talk about making decisions, firm commitments. This could be romantic for some of you. You're attracting a romantic partner in this time. Others, you're really just attracting this change into yourself, and you're going to attract this form of change and commitment into this next period of your life. And there's a need to really believe in yourself. And for a lot of you, there may be needs to really express yourself, whether through physical gifts or even just dealing with people. There's also a sense of partnership here, so you may be really being asked to be with some friends. Yeah, see, like I said, believe in yourself. But as a general collective, seems like we all are going through these big changes, and that can be in our foundations with people. We are going through awakenings, and things are really starting to catalyst for us and new journeys. So I am gonna head right into the reading now. We are going to start with pile number 1. So let's get into pile number 1's reading. Thank you for listening to me out. Okay. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. We're going to see what's happening in your energy. We are going to break it down by week. So let's just get straight into it and let's see what's happening energetically wise. So we have first off the 4th autumn. So the first week is this managing of your resources wisely. You may be feeling that you need to ask for some help right now from people who are around you, or you may be asked for help from somebody else because they seem to be having a little tight of an issue. This 4th autumn does also talk about being really protective of your energy as well. It's that in traditional decks, you see it with the guy who's really holding on tightly to his coin. So that really does show that right now you are maybe scarce or on your abundance and wealth right now. This just first week and you're really feeling it. Whether that could be with your actual money or just the time you're putting into things, you may be really dividing your time out really loosely by spreading yourself too thin that first week, and you might feel that later on in the month. But this first week is really just you managing your resources in a way that is really controlling. So we have the Emperor here. I think I'm going to pull these down a little. Okay, so we have the Emperor here, which is about using structure and taking a leadership and getting organized. So I feel like after this, you may be feeling at the first week like overwhelmed because of how much you have to do, but that second week you decide to get more prepared for what you have to face and what you have to juggle, especially. And then we have this 9 of summer. That's going to pay off. So let's say you're in school, you're going to feel really rushed with how much you have to do really right away, but then you don't figure it out and things are just going to work out with that 9 of summer. It does show that you're just going to have a period of breath of fresh air after that struggle, and you're going to be very grateful and have a reason to celebrate. So yeah, so your month is really just this beginning, really being stressed because you have so much on your plate right now, and then you're going to figure it out that second week, and you're just going to learn you can actually start accomplishing things. With the Emperor, there's also an essence of success, and especially when it's followed by that 9 and 4 of spring, that 9 of summer and the 4 of springs, shows that there's going to be lots to celebrate, and your wishes are going to really be granted, and everything is going to really just start to pan out for yourself in this month. But it's going to start off hard, and like you have to acknowledge that you like that. It's just everything gets easier. Is what I'm trying to say. A personal issue reaches resolution. So yeah, like I feel like this is gonna like find resolution. Like you're not gonna have to worry about it, and you're gonna find balance. Like you're gonna find how to create a good structure to actually deal with all the amount of work you're trying to do. Air energy. This may have to do with something with education, like I was saying earlier. Air energy is all about knowledge and thoughts. So something about like your like maybe something about how you perceive things. For a lot of you, it's probably school or just how you have to do things. And right now, yeah, it's messy, but it's gonna all pay off. You just have to kind of keep going with the flow for now. And I'm not like, it's just going to work out itself. Take a chance on love. Okay. Retreat. And no. So we're going to get a little bit more detail on that just to see kind of what's going on in that front. I feel like in terms of the week itself, you seem to be going through like this stuff mainly, but I want to see what this take a chance on love to retreating from it to saying no is about. So what's the taking chance on love about, Spirit? What do they take a chance on? What should this collective take a chance on? Love. Okay, 2 of chalices, that does talk about romantic relationships. You may, even during this time, meet someone probably more so, like, you're not really focused on them on the first half of the month, but in the second month, you will probably see, like, someone in a different light. Let's get a little bit more about this here. 4 chalices in the world in reverse. So yeah, like you may have been delayed in love and looking back on it, and you've been trying, and that's why you have this retreat here too. It's like you retreated from love, but don't do that. You are being pushed to have this chance in love, and you may have to make a decision to let go of someone in your past to move on to someone new, and that's why you're kind of just retreating into yourself so you can find that like love for yourself again, and really just to re-embrace what's going on in your energy to move into what's next. Okay, let's see. Anything else, Spirit, about what's going on for this pile? 4 swords, yeah, so you're really getting up from yourself to get into this next period. Lots of 4s here, so you may be seeing 4, 4, 4, that's 4 4s. Like 4, 4, 4, 4, yeah. 4, too, yeah. So you may be seeing a lot of 4s right now. And I think for me, when I think of 4s, I think of them as like, so 3s talk about collaboration, then we go into the 4, which talks about like the home. You can always think of it as like in terms of the 4th house as well. That talks about structure, stabilities, as well as the home life. So you may really be like working on your foundations right now to really bring into this period of rest and celebration. And it's going to come from all this hard work you're doing to lay this foundation. Okay, so we are going to grab my next deck. Okay, so let's grab my personal deck, and we're going to see a little bit more detail about what's going on, what influences are being made in terms of like houses, where should you expect these changes in that regard. So let's see, take a look. Okay, ancestors, angels, and my guides, please add some extra information here for this collective. What do they have to know about what's happening in this next month? Anything else? Okay, no. So on the bottom we have direction, which is about having lack of self-control, feeling like there's a lack of direction, which I feel like you're gonna feel that beginning period. Like I said, there's a sense of feeling like you're juggling a lot, and you're maybe feeling overwhelmed at first, and you may feel like that lack of direction then. But that's going to be during that first few weeks, but you are going to figure it out by the time you actually start to get things like that ball rolling, and you're starting to really go down that path. Okay, we have something about October and January may be important for you. Those could be your birthday months. They could also be months when you started something or ended something else. We have a no here. We have double no's, so I'm going to have to pull more to see what the no's are about. I feel like no to focusing on the negative. Lots about spirit wanting you to kind of release someone from your past, so you could like shift focus, because right now you may be focusing only on negative things, and that's what's really causing the overwhelmingness. You may be isolated right now, and the spirit wants you to get out and like go make. Oh, we have the fourth house influence, so like yeah, a lot about the home here and foundations. So make what makes you feel at home, make strong foundations. So like this is like that focus for you this month, and you're being asked to be more charismatic and focus on your approach to life and what matters to yourself, and that will create rapid change for you. Okay, so I'm going to grab some charms. Okay. So I'm gonna leave that. We're just gonna put this on top. And let's grab some charms. So ancestors, angels, and my guides, please guide me here. This might get a little loud. You could turn down the volume here or mute me or whatever. But guide me some charms. What are the charms about the energy that's happening over the next Oh, okay. So whenever I actually pull this guy, I feel like I always think the self is the most important thing. So this crystal, for one, does show me that right now, your main focus will be yourself during this month. Sorry. But yeah, so like that's going to be extremely important for you. For initials, we've seen you have R, S, N, K, Q, U, and O. So you can make words out of that if you want. Those could be initials of things. I think questions whenever I say Q and U together. But let's get into what the actual charms mean. So with this little guy here, which is this little, how to explain it? It's like an outfit on a hanger, right? With some shoes attached. So I always think of just putting yourself together, as well as making sure your appearance is really well. So appearances are going to be really important over the next little while for you. So that might be one of the stressors too, is that you have to keep up with so many people around you. That's going to be a little hard. With the B, I think of fertility, but fertility in the sense of creation. So you are definitely creating a reality, but since you have like this, like what they call it? They're called the flag. Since you have a flag, I think of flags as goals. So right now your appearances are going to lead you to making a creative change in your goals. And since the goal is like turned upside down, that does show that you're not fully done that yet. So for a lot of you, like you may be finishing off something and but you're not actually at the finish line yet. You're cutting close. It's able to see in the distance, but it's not there yet. So it's like this stress, it's going to overwhelm you at first, but then you're going to feel fine afterwards because you've accomplished part of that goal, and you now are starting to see the finish line, and you're not like as overwhelmed anymore because you feel like you've accomplished some of the full goal. Since you have all these hearts too, that does show there's a lot of need for self-love, because like I had all those other cards too, right? So there's a really big need for you to have some self-love. You may need to take like a period. For some reason, I just feel education more. So a lot of your pile is like focusing on education, expanding your knowledge. You don't necessarily have to be in school. You can just generally be like, what you're doing right now is require you just to gather more information, right? So like for you, your pile is heavily focused on gathering information, focusing on the self, creating strong foundations this month, and just really propelling yourself into a good energy by creating good structures, creating good surroundings for yourself to really enter into this next period as well. So I think that's all I really had for you, pile number one. So seems like your month is really self-focused. Not too bad. You are the first pile. You're allowed to be a little selfish. And we're all allowed to do that sometimes. Focus on ourselves and not worry about anybody else's feelings, because we're allowed to be selfish every once in a while. Maybe not all the time, but every once in a while, So I think that's all I have for you, pile number one. I hope this reading does help you out, and totally come back to me at the end of the month when I'm able to see hopefully what happened. Even if I come back at the end of the first week and tell me how much you had to deal with and what was overwhelming during that time. But that's all I have for you, pile number one. I hope this reading was helpful towards you in terms of what's as a heads up into your energy. You might want to start preparing for that overwhelmingness now this first week, and like what you have to juggle. But let's head into pile number two, and let's do this. Hi, pile number two. So are gonna see what's happening in your energy and what you have to expect over the next month. We're gonna break it down week by week. Pile number 2, you had a lot of cards. No, okay. Sorry, I was thinking of a different pile. But let's get into you. Let's see what happened in that first week. So right now we have the Ten of Springs. You may need to ask for help from others. Okay, a lot of people, even pile number 1, the first week seems like you're carrying a lot of things right now, lots to juggle, and you may really need to ask for help. Right now, you may have also been drawn to pile number 1, but with that in mind, there's always a sense that like you're more so just carrying a lot of responsibilities. You may be juggling 2 jobs, you may be juggling lots of things at once, like household responsibilities, working, school, or even just like you're working multiple things at once. You're working on multiple projects. You may be a business owner and you are now starting to be an entrepreneur, and you're just realizing that you're literally doing all the parts of the job. You're doing creations, you're doing the working, you're helping people, like you're juggling a lot, and you're realizing you have a lot of responsibilities this first week. We have another 10 here, but this is like you are going to reach an emotional fulfillment though in the second week, it seems, which is a really good sign, especially with the 10s. Tens always talks about endings too, so I feel like you're going to feel like you're carrying a lot, you're doing a lot, you're responsible for a lot, but at the same time you are going to have this emotional freedom and you're going to feel very content with where you are. The world, another 10. Oh my god. Okay, I don't look at these cards when I pull them. Like, I literally just channel and I'm like, ha ha ha, and I like do my own thing. And this, like, you may be seeing a lot of 10s, or even like you be born on a 10th. My brother's born on a 10th, but why am I thinking about a brother? But whatever. Okay, even with a 10 that shows changes. So like, because you're like, even though you're gonna be juggling a lot, you're gonna find like huge success here. You're gonna find this unexpected luck come into your life too during that time. You have the Star, which is number 17, which talks about hope. So honestly, like out of all piles, I think you're going through the most like change because of it's a reward, right? So like you've been handling all these things for probably quite some time now for a lot of you, and you're gonna just reach this emotional fulfilling part because something about it's really just gonna bring this sense of emotional fulfillment for you. And then with the wheel, it just shows like that you're going to really get something new. You can receive, like it says, a new car or travel. So you may actually start to do have a travel somewhere. Even with the star talks about hope, rejuvenation, renewal. It could also talk about just positive changes that bring in like that come from challenging times. And I feel like you are this month you're going to start off working hard, but you're going to receive some form of achievement from this hard work that you've been doing. So I would just keep doing what you're doing right now, and you're really just gonna get some form of reward. Like it's like reaping what you sow. It's time to take action. Hold your vision. So right now, like you're taking action, you're being very firm in what you desire, and hold that vision. Keep going for it and keep doing what you're doing, and you're gonna find success. Accept and receive gratitude again. Yeah. So Spirit is really gonna give you a gift. You're like the pile that like probably is going to receive a gift of some sort that's really just going to bring in some form of luck, and you're going to be very grateful for what's happening next this month because of all your juggling. It's just like you're going to get that reward, and just be grateful because like the universe is rewarding you. Honesty here. So honesty is also going to be a big player in your month this month. Talking truth, being very direct and forward about what's happening in your life, and that's going to just be a vital thing that brings in this love for you. Healing family issues, and your vibration is rising here too. So definitely like because of all the hard work you're doing, you're getting in more in alignment with this gift of yours, and you're going to be able to be grateful. If you have some family issues, this is also that time that like that's what you've been working on, you're going to find healing in that. If you're going to move forward and move on and become in this really positive energy and this great light. So let's talk about what's this lucky thing that's coming in? What's this lucky thing coming in? Let's go. What is this lucky thing coming in, Spirit? The Devil. Okay. What is this lucky thing? Okay. What is this lucky thing? Whoa. Okay, what is this lucky thing? The Four of Chalices. The Pentacles. Another 4. 4, 4, 4. Okay, so no matter what, the home is important here. In terms of what's like lucky's gonna happen, so the devil talks about temptations, right? It also talks about desire and hidden desires, as well as it could talk about how to explain this. So the devil desires. Yeah, temptations and hidden desires is like the best, easiest way to explain it. So with that in mind, like in terms, since this is paired with this Three of Swords here too, and I have both, I split the deck, I saw Four of Wands, and there's also this Four of Pentacles, like Four of Pentacles and Four of Wands. All right, so I'm going to acknowledge all the fours here too. So tens and fours you may be seeing a lot of recently. But with that in mind, so like I was talking about, I get distracted easily, yeah. Okay. So it's like since it's something that is changing, you're letting go of any past addictions. I feel like these addictions were more so things that hurt you or any really negative emotions that really held you down. And you are been put in this period of reminiscing about maybe your past and your childhood and how that used to affect you. And now instead of being so tied down to that feeling, you're deciding to let it go. Like you're going to kill the feelings type of thing. And you're going to be a lot more honest about why you're where you are. And you're going to start to protect your energy more. And that's going to create this really beautiful, solid foundation, this need to really celebrate. And if let's say if you are a parent and you are someone who has like in a really big family and you have like history in your like from when you're a child that you're holding on to, you're going to learn to protect your energy from that and learn to keep what's close to you, what you love, a little bit more closer to your heart. So there's a sense of like you're letting go of the things that hurt you in your past because you're going to do the reminiscing on it, and you're going to be like, you know what, like I'm going to be honest with myself and heal those issues. And that's why you have these healing family issues here too. I feel like that just all relates, and like what's this changing is here is like you're going to receive a healing in that regard with your past and your feelings and the people in your what really really hurt you before, and you're going to learn to really just find a solid foundation again. And that's why you have this pillar stuff here too. It's like you are rising your vibration, you are getting into the right alignment, and you are going to like end up in the place that you wanted to be. So let's see, anything else here, Spirit, about this here? Yeah, so you're like, it was something you're very unclear towards. It may have taken some time to really get there, even with the full moon reverse. It's just like these are issues you've been dealing with for quite some time that never really were resolved now. And I feel like maybe in the past you tied your healing to someone else, and and now you're going to untie your healing from them, and you're going to be embarking on your own new emotional journey because you realize, because this person is not moving from where they are, and you're going to be honest with yourself and be like, look, I'm not going to rely my healing on you, and I'm going to start doing what I want to do that's really going to spark my healing in myself. You're going to let go of that person. So let's see, anything else here, Spirit, about what's happening next? So yeah, you're going to start standing up for yourself. Like you're cutting off any people who are emotional, just like you're battling against them, and you're going to start to do your own thing and like embark on your own new journey. Yeah, like you're getting up. Like you're getting up from all the pain, all the hurt, all the sadness. And lots about fours. Lots of fours. And we've seen a lot of fours and a lot of tens recently. And that's like just what that shows me. So I would receive this form of healing, but let's see. What's the good news? The Sun. What's the good news? Because there is good news coming for you. This Four of Pentacles. What's the good news? What's the good news? Oh, let's see. Okay, so the Sun talks about happiness. It also talks about good times. But since it's paired with this Four of Pentacles here, it shows that you're holding on to something really close to you that brings in this sense of emotional fulfillment. And that from that positive, the positive news is that there is going to be harmony that comes into here with this thing that you're holding on to. So you may have always felt like left out and cheated in the past, and that's why you kept everything super close to you. But now as you start to release these burdens and start to really focus on these changes in your cycle, you're going to find harmony, especially if you were in a delay before in your past. You're going to start to really find that change now. Okay? So let's get some charms. So we're just going to move this and let's just get some charms. Okay? Okay. So sometimes to turn the sound down during this time, these do get a little loud. I was reviewing. So please guide me here. What is the overall energy? What's happening? Okay, so like I said, lots about foundations and changing in your foundations here. We have LWV here, so that may be initials or it's just something important for you. Lots of angels here, made for an angel. You have the angel wings, so angels are here for you. They are really trying to help you here. You have Sagittarius energy on the board. You may be a Sagittarius or you're influenced by Sagittarius energy right now. So Sagittarius energy for me always just talks about just like being determined about your goals, being straightforward about the things you want, being very driven as well. So there's that sense there. With this year, it's like you're taking a sense of courage here to move forward in the next period of your life, and you're going to do it with love. You have a lot about love here too, and peace, and being straightforward about things. Even with this mermaid here, there's one that faces her back and one that looks forward. So think of forward, and this is reminding me of that honesty card. So lots about being honest, about showing people who you are, and about being authentic here for you as well. And your guides and your angels are here. They're encouraging you to be a lot more straightforward, a lot more honest about what's happening. Even Sagittarius energy talks about being honest and straightforward, right? So for you, like that will be an extremely important thing for your month, just admitting some truths and being open to things. And your angels are here for you, and they are trying to guide you into this next period for your life, right? I forgot, let's pull some of these cards here. Let's get extra influences. Ancestors, angels, and my guide. Any additional influences here for my personal deck for pile number 2. Any additional information for pile number 2. Something about June may be very important for you. Anything else here for pile number 2? Oh, that was just anything else. Okay. So at the bottom, we have the first house. So yourself is a very important thing, your identity, who you are, whether that be outward or inward. That's going to be an extremely big player for you over this next month. Let's see. Capricorn, be responsible, taking it one step at a time and still moving forward. So like, yeah, you're taking it one step at a time. You're starting to make those adjustments, but at the same time, you are letting go of things. You are ending cycles, and this is that next step for you. We have another card about beauty here too. This is the Empress. So you may be a mother figure. I was thinking mother figure for a long time. The Empress does represent a mother figure, or your mother is very important to you right now. There's a sense of creativity from that and harmony too. Lots about harmony coming into your life. For some of you, this is a very specific message. You are letting go of a mother figure that was very manipulative and towards you, and they may like have dishonesty issues within themselves, as well as that mother, not you. And you're learning to like let go of that person to be more responsible in regards to what you're doing, and not letting that person really make decisions for you. They may have caused a lot of self-doubt. This also talks about karmic lessons. So this person may have gone through a lot of karma. This doesn't actually have to be a mother figure. It could be someone who is just really close to you as well, that you're deciding to let go of. We have a positive energy. Spells and rituals are destined for success, so you are heading on the path to success. It's going to take more time. You are going to receive good news in regards to it soon, so I would expect like a good thing there. It may not be a full like drastic change, however it is going to really bring you to feel very motivated to keep doing what you're doing, because it's just a nice little like pat on the back from the universe saying, good job, you've been doing well, here's a reward. So you are going to receive that soon. Okay, I think that's all I have for you, pile number 2. I hope this reading helped you out. Totally come back and tell me how your week, how it all went, and I'll be excited. Tell me. And I am going to move on to pile number 3. So thank you, pile number 1, for sitting through my reading with me. But let's move on. So hi, pile number 3. Okay, so we are going to see what is happening in your energy for the next month. I already did a pre-shuffle, and we're just going to get into it and see how your pile is. So we're starting things off with letting go with the Queen of Winter. So this the Queen of Winter is a very patient queen. She's very independent. She's very self-sufficient. So a lot of you may be just a very, independent person right now. You may be very focused on your career and what's only serves you, because you're letting go of anything else that no longer serves you. So whether you're like letting go now or you've already let go and now you're in this independent energy, that is kind of how you're starting off. You're starting off in an extremely independent period, very focused on your own goals, your own adventures, the things that you want to do, and that's actually really positive. I think that's good energy to start things off with. We have the Magician here, which is about taking charge, doing what you want. So a lot about being independent and just striving for the things you want. You may be manifesting a lot during this time as well. The High Priestess. Okay. Oh, let's see what's here too. Then we have the Two of Autumn. Okay, so you're okay, how do I explain this? So pile number 3, your month is not too bad. I feel like this is kind of more of a relaxing month for you. Yes, you have the 2 major arcana cards, which show a lot about manifesting, and starting to being leaded down towards a period of success. But with with the High Priestess, that's all talks about your intuition, just having faith and patience, right? So I feel like, yeah, you're manifesting, but things aren't really gonna go anywhere, and you're just gonna start to be more creative. You might juggle some multitasking. Let's say you're trying to find motivation to do something, you're gonna start to really manifest it. Here, you're gonna be patient during this time. You're gonna start doing the work to get there. Right? So it's not like you're everywhere all at once. Your energy is very focused. It's also a sense of you maneuvering through this month with not too much happening. I wouldn't expect a big changes or anything here. It's more so you are starting to really embark on a new path, and you're gonna do it slowly. It's like a rose budding. You're doing things in a slow manner that's gonna bring in this change. Conclusions are within reach. And show the world the real you. So yeah, so I feel like you're letting go of this past of yours right now. And then you start to embark on a new journey, but you're going to be very kind of patient. So you're going to probably do more research during this time. You're probably going to just kind of try to look within a little bit more before you really get anywhere. And then that 2 of Autumn at the end of the month shows just juggling a lot, starting to do other things. So let's say you're trying to figure out, let's say you're working right now, and you're not really sure what you want to do, you're going to start to think about that this month. And then by the end of the month, you may start a new project on the side, and that's what you're going to start to multitask. We have Welcome the Divine Masculine. Ooh. Fall in love with your own story. Spend quality time together. So for some of you, even during this time, even though it's lax, you may actually meet somebody that you're going to spend a lot of quality time with. This person may be a romantic interest of some sort. So yes, you're not really doing a lot in terms of your personal life, but you may have some stuff happening in your romantic life. This person you may have known since you were a child, and you guys are going to be flirting with one another. But there's also, since this person may mirror you as well, so that's why this might really be a divine connection where you guys mirror each other, and this is the person who's going to teach you a lot about yourself, and I would just kind of go with it. So let's grab some clarifiers. Let's see what the Divine Masculine's about a little in more detail. Let's see who this Divine Masculine is. Who's the Divine Masculine, Spirit? Who is the Divine Masculine here? Anything else about who's this Divine Masculine? So we have the 7 of Chalices in reverse, the 8 of Wands, the King of Swords. This person may be an air sign. They also seem to be someone who they may not be extremely honest with you at first with the 7 of Chalices. They may be going through a lot internally that they're not really willing to share, right? And that's maybe why you have this fall in love with your own story part, because they are also working through and dealing with their story, and they aren't going to be fully outright honest with it. And that's you guys may mirror that with one another. You will spend quality time together, get to know each other, but you aren't going to talk about the really deep stuff yet. The 8 of Wands is a good indicator that there's going to be lots of communication between the 2 of you. So there's a sense that you guys will be communicating a lot. But you guys may not be fully open with one another right away. So let's see. Anything else about this person, Spirit? Anything else about pile number 3? So what's you? The Five of Wands in reverse. So at first, I don't think I think you guys are gonna for some of you, this might not resonate for all of you. You guys actually might have a really intriguing relationship at first, where you guys may not see eye to eye. One of you may be out. You might be like meeting this person while you're out. The Five of Pentacles in reverse always talks about being left out in the cold, right? And needing to require for help. So that may be important in regards to how you meet this person, or how you guys end up really like clicking with one another because one of you guys needed help and you guys end up having to like be there with one another. Even with the Ace of Swords, that talks in reverse specifically talks about like not seeing things for how they are. So it's like you guys like are gonna, this could be something you actually know already, to be honest, just from the cards, and you guys aren't like in that type of relationship yet, but you guys are going to start to build that because one of you require help, and you guys never really saw the truth of what was going on behind the scenes with all the tension maybe, and you are going to finally just make light of that and going to start spending more time together. And like I said, like there's a sense of children here. Is this person either have kids or you guys known each other since you were kids, and that may be like an important thing. Like it's either they have children, they may be childish. For some of them, I feel like you guys are like younger, so this person may have siblings, and like you may be around their siblings a lot. Like you may know them through their siblings. Okay. Anything else here, Spirit? Anything else about this person? Winged boar. Yeah, a lot of this is going to be unexpected, though. Like, you wouldn't have expected for this person to travel towards you, right? The winged boar is always about things being outside of the box, seeing things from different perspectives, too. It's kind of like the Hanged Man, which came up earlier, too, right? So, I feel like this person's really going to, like, they've been mirroring you for quite some time. Things are finally going to change between the two of you, and things are going to embark on a new opportunity. Let's see. Anything else for this pile about what's happening in the month? Spirit. Anything else? I want this one. This one. The King, Knight of Chalices, the Star as well. So this person could be also an Aquarius or even an water sign, so Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. They don't necessarily have to be, but at the end of the day, there's a sense of having faith here too. This person, since they are a knight, they're not extremely emotionally mature, so they actually definitely may just be childish, or they may be younger than you, and they are going to come towards you. But there's a need to have a leap of faith here, especially if you don't see things right away and you guys have a really interesting relationship and dynamic right now. Okay, so let's grab some additional influences, and then we will do some charms. Let's do some charms. Okay, so we're going to grab my personal deck. Ancestors, angels, and my guides, please guide me during this reading for pile number 3. What is happening next in this person's energy for the next month? What is happening over the next month for this person? We don't need all that. What is happening next for this person? Okay, so you have something about September, maybe important here for you. That's a lot of cards. Let's see. Okay, so start with the Magician again, which talks about concentration, powers, and skills. Trying to have focus. So like I said, that Magician, that second week there for you is going to be a very valuable week for you, about like your concentration, your abilities. You're just kind of start making those manifesting moves. You have Pisces energy, so you're definitely having a romantic encounter this month. It could be during that second week period as well, during that, with that Magician card. And you're needing, you have release fear to gain composure. Truth will unveil secrets, so something's going to be unveiled to you that's going to cause an unexpected change. And I feel like that has to do with this romantic person. Like I said, there's a sense that you guys may have known each other for some time before, but you guys haven't really got to this here, and it's because something's going to be revealed that's going to cause this exchange between you guys. You have 12th house influence here too, which is about karma and limiting your self-belief. And since we have Aquarius, it's just being spontaneous. So this is going to be spontaneousness that's going to cause this ending and change. And that's going to shift your karma with this person. Lots of Aquarius energy here too. So this shows like you may be an Aquarius or this person may be an Aquarius. And with Aquarius energy is about being spontaneous, and even with the 11th house, which is ruled by Aquarius, there's a sense of creating hope about your future. So I feel like this is going to this truth between the two of you is going to be what was limiting you guys before, and from that you guys are going to enter in this new period of thinking outside of the box, creating this new future with one another. Lots of communication between the two of you too with the Gemini energy. So lots of communication, lots of signs on the board. So pretty much any signs on, lots of air signs though. Like we also have Libra here, right? So we have be careful during times of indecision, manipulation is present. So we also have indecisiveness, another indecisive card. So don't be indecisive, right? Resisting change. Okay, so when it comes to this person, this truth's going to be unveiled. You guys are going to start spending a lot more time together. But you guys are going to have to start to release like your past and the karma you guys have between one another. But even with all this energy here, I think you may still be kind of in resistance to fully admitting this truth. And you have to be careful during that time, because manipulation energies, when you're not willing to be open about how you feel and what you desire, you leave room for manipulation and like gaslighting, right? So don't be indecisive with this person about what you want. Just be honest and be like, hey, like this is what I want. Don't resist having this change and develop into something else. Be honest about how you're feeling. And this person is mirroring you, so if you're going through all those feelings too, they probably are too. So like I wouldn't worry about like not having things received. Just be honest, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You can't change that. But if for most of you, you're going to really look out and they're just going to create this new beginning for you both, right? So I would just go with the flow with this person. Okay, so we are going to grab some charmies. So I realize this is quite loud. If you want, turn down the video, mute it here. But we are going to start. And so my guides, please guide me during this message here today. What is happening in this person's energy over the next month in terms of time? Okay, so we have an E here, so that's the only letter that came out. So E may be important here. Seems like you're unlocking love, right? So you have the key, you have love and the big love. So that shows like you are unlocking love and you're putting away something else. Since it's all, this is touching, but outside of this here, there is like a sense of like you're putting away your feelings in regards to love to unlock new love, right? So it's like you're changing and shifting perspectives. You may be little... what's causing this delay between this person is these hidden desires, these hidden secrets, these things that are limiting you. You had that 12th house influence, you had that indecision there too. So there's a lot about like needing to be honest with this person about how you guys feel, or they need to be honest with you, but someone definitely needs to be honest, and because that's what's making this stagnant about how you two are feeling. Even like here with the owl in reverse, owls for me always represent, I think of Athena, who is a goddess of wisdom, so I always think of knowledge, right? So when it's in reverse, it feels like lack of knowledge, and that's why all this stuff about needing to reveal truth is super important for your pile, especially over this next month, because that will catalyze this next building of your foundation with one another. Okay, but yes, I think that's all I really have for you, pile number 3. Be more honest with yourself in regards to this person. This person also needs to be more honest with you guys. So do have that conversation over this month. You guys are going to be communicating a lot too, and I know it may be hard. Trust me, I know it's hard. Like I think we've all kind of had someone that we wanted to be more honest with, and we want to be there for people sometimes, and it's a little harder when you have feelings and you're scared of how you're going to be received. But be honest, and that's fine, okay? Let's head into pile number 4. Thank you for praying with me, pile number 3. But let's get into pile number 4 in your reading here, okay? So pile number 4, let's see what's kind of going on with you in your pile. So you have the 6 of Autumn. The good you do comes back to you. An unexpected inflow of money. I'm thinking like I'm in April, so maybe income tax return. If you're where I am, but like I'm in Canada, but whatever. Okay, back to another example. So Six of Autumn does show unexpected wealth. You may be having a really unexpected good news come your way during this first week. We have the 10 of Winter, which there's the resolution of difficulties. So whatever you're gaining from this is going to come, like, kind of remove any difficulties you were facing before, and you're really going to find goodness in that. You have a new experience, new emotional endeavor coming in here too, and you're going to release. Okay. Oh, that's nice. When is the forecast? You and your loved ones are safe. So for a lot of you, you're going to receive like an unexpected form of a good news. This could be unexpected wealth. This could just be like you're receiving a job promotion, or you're receiving like some form of like inheritance, but something good that's going to just really help you financially is going to come into you soon. And this is going to catalyst this sense of resolution of some difficulties you may have been facing, and you're going to feel really emotionally happy from this, and you're going to let go of like anything else because you're getting this new opportunity, and you're going to start to move on and move forward. So you may have like, for some of you, may literally be a new job, and you're going to like let go of that job, embark on this new journey here because it's time to move on to something better and bigger things. Celebrate your wins. You're definitely getting a win that's going to, and it's because of what you're doing. Like, people are going to really start to see how like abundant you are and how wonderful you've been doing things at. New love. So lots about new things coming into your life here. So forgiving and learning, you have heart-to-heart conversations, and Star Mother to her too. So I feel like this month, yeah, you're gonna have these happen during the weeks, like this new sudden unexpected wealth that's gonna help resolve some difficulties, and you're gonna move on and move forward this month to releasing anything from your past. You're probably gonna end up in a new beginning that's gonna have you celebrating things, because it's gonna be a win that's really gonna help out you and the people around you, whether you are a mother or a person who does have children and you are like now starting to help other people. And there's that sense of you're just gonna receive this new sense of emotional beginning, and you're gonna have a lot of heart-to-heart conversations, maybe even with a mother figure, and you're gonna start to learn to forgive and move on from things that were really holding you. And that's what that release card is about. Like, you're finding this new spark within yourself, and it's just gonna re-embark you on this beautiful journey. So let's do more about the Six of Autumn. Spirit, what's more on the good news that's coming this person's way this month? So definitely, okay, you're definitely like moving on, which is the most interesting part. Like, you're definitely moving on from your past to this really amazing, stable future right now. And oh, okay. Oh my God. You're overcoming obstacles. And you're gonna have a change in like your surroundings soon. So something that you're moving on from is going to cause this beautiful change in your surroundings into this really lovely future for yourself. Let's see, anything else? Because the Tower talks about change, right? It could talk about, when it's in reverse, it talks about internal change. When it's upright, it talks about the change around you. So what you're moving on from is going to create this change around you. And even with the Temperance card, in the reverse, you may be feeling overwhelmed at first because of this change, and you might not necessarily see it being as beneficial as you thought, but you're going to rely on the people around you during this time to really help you with this change. You may be relying on friends, family, but people who are close to you as you move into this next phase, because what more about this good news? More about the good news. This has to do with like a career goal of yours, right? So it may be difficult at first because you're going to have to make a lot of changes to your surroundings, but it's going to be worth it. I feel even with the Eight of Chalices that's on the bottom, it's just going to be worth it for you. You're going to find a lot of emotional stability from it, and you're going to have a lot of celebrations coming your way and a lot of wins because of everything that you've been doing. So let's see, anything else for pile number 4? We have the Ace of Chalices, but it's in reverse. Anything else? Strength in reverse. Juggling. So I feel like because it is focused on your career goal, you will feel kind of emotionally exhausted for a little bit, and you're going to really be lacking maybe in some confidence because of how much you're juggling. You might be unsure of how to handle it. So that's why I say like rely on the people around you. Don't just like internalize it and think you have to do it all yourself. Some of you may be an entrepreneur, so like you are being asked just to rely on people around you and have more open conversations about what's going on there, and it will really bring up lots of help. So let's talk about this releasing stuff here too. What's about the releasing here before? What about the releasing here? So twos here, which show contemplation. The 2 in the 2 of Wands talks about reflection though. But the 2 of Swords talks about debating between an intellectual thing and risk. So there's a sense of like you've been reflecting on the decision to make in regards to what you need to release. Like, are you willing to take the risks, or are you better off to go the more structured route? And you're trying to really debate that decision now because you really want to bring in emotional contentment for yourself, but you're low-key kind of scared of being cheated and giving too much, not seeing true value in yourself, like underpricing yourself, or even like what's the right amount, like what am I worth, what's the worth that I'm giving to people. So the 6 of Pentacles too, like this is 6 of Pentacles twice, so yes, good news you're receiving, right? But at the same time, like in this deck, I always think of it as like exchanges, right? So here, like it's like she's giving away something to so it's like she's giving her coin away. So it's not really in verse, if it was in reverse, it's not giving away, but it's like you're receiving. It's like you don't see the true value of the things that you're getting yet, right? You may be feeling like it's unfair at first because other people may be seeing like a lot more ahead than you are, and that's like where you want to be, but it's going to come in its time. Like you have to allow for it to flourish when it does and give it the room to grow. And I think you are still kind of going through that. And that's why you're being asked to release any self-doubt in yourself and just kind of remember you are epic. You are going to get to celebrate your wins. You're going to receive good news first. That's going to spark you to keep going, but it may take a little bit of time before you really truly feel the fruits of your labors. Okay, so we're going to grab some charms. Not charms. I have another deck. Let's do my other deck first. And then we'll do charms. So let's see. Any additional influences? Any additional influences for pile number 4 in the month, Spirit? Any additional influences for the month? Any additional influences? Any additional influences? One more time around. Any additional influences? Okay, so you have something about September, maybe very important for you. We have release fear to gain composure, truth will unveil secrets. So, what's the truth? Sometimes negligence leads to recklessness and irrational decisions, delays. Be creative. Self-expansion is a great way to find joy. Something about April may be important for you as well. So let me put that back there. In the next few days, you will see the closure to a situation. And then you'll enter into a new cycle that will bring renewal. So, let's just go like this. Because you're not seeing the bottom messages. Oh, we have April. Then we have the end of a cycle is here. A new journey awaits. And feeling trapped. So I feel like you're letting go of feeling trapped right now. And that's what you're letting go over the next few days. And that's what was causing your initial delay. Is like you need to release these fears. Release to feel the self-doubt within yourself. And like releasing all of those feelings. And you're going to do that now. And you're going to end up into this new journey. That's really going to be about your creativeness. Your self-expansion. And doing what brings you joy. So you're definitely going to enter into that cycle this month. Even as I'm doing this, it's in April, right? So April, this month is that month for you. So if you're catching this in April, or April may just be important to you if you catch this later. Okay. So let's grab some charms. If you need to lower the volume, this does get a little loud, or mute me, this is your moment. So, please guide me during this conversation. What is happening in each person's energy? Okay, so first off, we have a W and N. I'm thinking win. You're going to get a win. So you have Pisces energy in the board as well as Sagittarius energy in the board. Honesty will reveal truth. It will be the key to unlocking everything for you because you have double keys and they're both attached to this mask, but it's in reverse, which is all about revealing truth, right? So revealing your truth and unveiling that will really bring in this change. Being honest, being determined. Even a Sagittarius energy is about being honest and being straightforward. So about when you do that, you're going to receive so many changes. It's also going to help you connect more with people around you, even the divine, and that's going to really bring in a lot of motivation. So some of you, this creative thing may be music. I do have to acknowledge that. So some of you, this new creative thing is going to be like writing and music. For some of you, W always reminds you of what writing anyway. You're going to let go of things in your past. The dinosaur talks about things that have gone extinct. That have gone extinct. So you're definitely going to release things that have gone extinct right now in your energy. And you're going to find expansion and travel probably in your future. That's going to bring in this period of hope. Religion is also extremely important here. You may be very religious, or even like you may need to really create a good solid bond in terms of your religion. There is going to be communication here coming towards you, I believe, but it's going to come in whatever way it does. You are going to see the truth behind something that's been trying to get your attention for quite some time, and it's going to be about this intercommunicativeness as well. Okay? I think that's all I have for you though, pile number 4. I feel like that's really a good synopsis of what's happening in your month in terms of details on what's happening next. So we are going to move on though. I hope this reading does help you out. And yeah, let me know how things went at the end of the month. But we are going to move on to pile number 5. Okay. Hi, pile number 5. Okay. So, let's see. How much time has gone by? Oh, okay. So let's get into your reading. You actually ended up with the most cards. So we're really going to see how this pans out for you. I feel like the first 2 weeks are going to be this energy. You have the 6 of spring, which is about wonderful news. You are going to receive some good news. And we have the 7 of summer here, which talks about not procrastinating anymore, as well as the 7 of chalices talks about illusions, but also talk about manifesting desires. So I feel like you're going to receive good news in terms of what you've been manifesting and trying to bring into your life. So we have here the Ace of Autumn. This is actually going to embark you on this new journey here. With the Ace of Autumn, that is your Ace of Pentacles. That's all about new beginnings, as well as like you may be receiving like a new financial endeavor, something that your career really may be popping out during this time. We have the 5 of spring. So opposing goals, different opinions, overly ambitious people. You may end up in a situation where you're dealing with a lot of people because of this new endeavor. So you're going to receive something you've been manifesting, and you're going to end up in an environment really quickly that you're going to have to deal with all these other people that you may not be feeling. And it's going to maybe be a challenge at first, and you're requiring strength during that time. So yes, you're going to get something you're manifesting. It's going to be good, but at the same time, you are going to find some people that are obstacles, right? You have Pisces energy here, so meditation and contemplation, and nothing is yet set in stone. We have balance here, so that's some Libra energy. We have the sacred flow of yes. So I feel like with this, there is still lots of room for change. There's heavy Pisces and Libra energy here for you, as well as Leo. So you can be of any of those signs. And I feel like, yes, you're stirring stuff out too. You're still able to change whatever path you want to go down yet. So I feel like you're going to get an opportunity to get into a situation where you may have to like, so some of you may want to be like an actor, or even like a social media star, or just something where you're like, you have to do auditions and or you are a competitor, even like where you have to compete with a lot of people in a lot of things, and you're going to receive an opportunity that really brings that into alignment more for you. But you're going to find competition there, right? And you're just going to have to realize that it's by how much work you put into it. Have more confidence in yourself, and the yeses will come your way. The more in alignment you are with to get there, do that. This, with the nothing is yet set in stone, that just reminds me of the like, things are still up in the universe a little bit. These are periods where there's our room for a little bit of a wiggle room for you to see how things go. So I wouldn't necessarily, let's say it is an audition, you may, like some of you may not get it, some of you might, right? So it's more so about how much confidence you have in yourself during this time. So I wouldn't attach my whole self to this. Yes, you're going to receive that opportunity. If you're going to benefit from it, maybe not, right? So we have treasure your loved ones here too. Getting to know one another. And trust the niggle. What is everything trying to tell you? So yeah, I feel like for you right now, like, yes, you're going to receive these opportunities. Yes, you're going to get out there. I wouldn't necessarily bang my whole identity on these opportunities that are going to get handed towards you, because it's but I would keep close the things that are dear to me and start to really allow people to get to know me a bit more, especially if you are trying to pursue something where you have to be competitive with people. It's okay to like show off a little bit more of your personality and just trust yourself more, that if this is what is being pulled towards you, keep going for that, and that's fine. Okay, let's see. Anything else here, Spirit? What? Oh, that was a mess. Let's see. Okay. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. You are entering into a new beginning. The Fool talks about beginnings. So I feel like you are entering in a new journey. The Four of Chalices shows patient, not really seeing things for their full worth. Passion. Creative passion. So I feel like you're taking the reins right now of what you want to do in terms of new. You're not really... There's still things you need to keep close to you. Even with the treasure your loved ones, I'm really attracted to this Four of Chalices, because the Four of Chalices is about not seeing things clearly, right? It's like something's right in front of you. You have all these things that are good for you, but you're focused on the thing that you lack. And I feel like you need to shift that perspective about holding close to the things that you really want and taking the reins and being a lot more creative, being a lot more determined. I feel like you are this king energy too, like this sense of feeling renewal and feeling encouragement, feeling very determined. The King of Pentacles is also... my favorite combination is the King of Pentacles with the King of Wands. That's someone who's very passionate, but also very grounded, very determined, and very, like, spontaneous at the same time. Like, the other kings, the King of Swords, super unemotional. Like, why? Who cares? And then the King of Chalices, I feel like they're just emotional people, you know? But let's see. Anything else about what's going on here? We have the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, you're definitely entering into this like new career, kind of what you wanted to do. So for some of you, let's say it could be like modeling even for some of you, and you have to go to all these auditions. And you're gonna realize like you're starting all these auditions and you're not getting, like, you thought you would get like every single one and land all of them, but that's not what's happening. But don't let that like discourage you. You're gonna get everything, get things the way they are meant to, and you are gonna get those yeses, but you are to find those yeses through being content with what you have, being in alignment, as well as just working on what you have day to day. Yeah, you are going to get there. It's going to take time. You have double sixes, you have 6 of Swords, and you have the 6 of Cups on the reverse. So it is going to come. This may be a childhood goal of yours even, and you're going to get there at one time, but it's going to take some time. There's going to be lots of things kind of as obstacles before you fully get there too. You're going to start getting those opportunities to get those yeses, but you won't get all of them right away. Yeah, like right now you're being asked to collaborate more, get out there, deal with some karma even, and just kind of enjoy life and allow for the yes to come into your life as you're more in alignment with what you're wanting to do, right? So the more confidence you have in yourself, the more you enjoy what you're doing, the more you're getting to know what brings you this joy and this happiness, you're going to just naturally flow into this balance that's going to bring in more yeses, but you have to find that balance in yourself first to actually get there. Okay. So let's move on and get some additional messages. Ancestors, angels, and my guides, any additional messages for this pile here about what is happening next in their energy. Whoa, okay, I think that's it. So we have rapid change. The wheel is turning. So like I said, I feel like you're going to get this opportunity. Okay, I'm going to reshuffle. That's a lot. I'm just going to reshuffle. That's a lot. That's a lot. We're going to see what comes up. Okay, we're just going to reshuffle. What's happening for pile number 5, Spirit? What is happening for pile number 5? Any additional messages for pile number 5? Any additional messages for pile number 5? And one more time around. Okay, I guess a lot does want to come out. This feels like a lot. Okay, so at the bottom we have the fifth house influence, which is about romance or infertility, remain playful in your affairs. So I feel like, yeah, just keep having fun with what you're doing, finding more alignment, being a lot more confident, and just allowing for it to come into your life, especially if you have to do all this, like, competing with other people too. Like, don't stress everything. Find that sense of creativeness inside of you and just be playful with what you're doing. We have fourth house influence, which is all about the family. So family may be very important for you, so, or even your inner child, and like these may be desires you've had since you're a child, and that's what's being important here. But you need to understand what's limiting you, right? And I feel like this month is like, yes, you're going to get given those opportunities to get in the door, but are you actually going to take them? Maybe like it'll be a little bit more difficult, but you have to be able to take these things too. You have to like let go of what's limiting you, and from letting go what's limiting you and figuring out what's doing that, like you're gonna find expansion and travel coming soon. Collaborate too with people close to you. Get out there, do more collaborating. Especially if let's say you want to be a model, go do more collaborating. Get out there, do more things that are creative with other people. Even if it's not just modeling, let's say you want to do like another creative endeavor, collaborate with other people who are like-minded to you. Something about October may be important for you. You have Aries energy here too, so you may be in Aries, but at the end of the day, there's a sense of like going after what you want and collaborating with people. Especially over the next few days, you may be given opportunities to collaborate with other people. You have rapid change again coming up, so that really wanted to come up. So over the next few days, you're going to see these changes, right? Delays in August. You'll probably see delays coming later in your life. Yes, these changes are going to start, but I feel like that actual like success is going to be delayed, and you're being asked, like, you've come a far way, so the fact that you've got through the door, you're starting those steps, congratulate yourself. Don't stress that things aren't going to come the way you want to. Lots about rapid change though when you start to collaborate with people, and that's really gonna we have also partnerships here too, so I would do a lot of collaborating with people if I were you, especially with these creative endeavors to get out there more. And you'll probably take a break in May, which will be important for you, April, May. So the month after, it's May. If you're in May, you may want to take a break at some point, because you will need to take some breaks. Especially take a break when you start to feel like you're not really sure what direction you want to go in. And you also have September here. September. Right? Which is going to be probably a vital month as well. So you have, in terms of months, October, August, September, and May are going to be very important months for you. Because right now you're being given those slight opportunities. You might not receive a yes, but you are going to be able to get your foot in the door soon. All right, and that's going to be a big start for you. And then after that, collaborate with people. Keep getting out there. Keep doing what you need to do, and you're going to find what you need to. Yes, like I said, you're going to get that opportunity to start, but it may not jump off from its starting point right away, right? So let's grab some charms. That's getting a little loud. This is your moment to kind of mute me, turn me down, because this is a loud part. During this reading, what is the energy of the package? Reflective for next month. I just energy. Okay, so we have an F, a P, an O. We have a Libra, Pisces energy. Oh, we have F, V, O, and P. Sorry. You have Libra, Pisces, and Capricorn energy in the board. So these may be important influences for you right now. So with the yarn in reverse, the yarn, I always think of like fate, but in reverse, it's like there's a sense of you're not really sure what direction you want to go in towards yet, especially since it's prepared with this plane. The plane always reminds me of the 9th house of expansion. So there's a sense that like you're not really sure where you want to expand towards yet. There's still like a little bit of distance between you and actually like being certain. And I think like, yes, you kind of have a feeling what you want, but you're like still limiting your belief about to actually expand in that regard, and you have to work on that this month. You really need to cut any self down and start to see things from another perspective. Animals may be important towards you. You may have a dog of some sort. I'm thinking like a little tiny dog, but okay. Side note, your guides, like your angels are right beside you, trying to help you expand your creativity in your like whenever I see like this little bee, I think of fertility and creativity. So like that fifth house influence, right? So there's always that sense of creativeness as well as expansion and just really embracing what brings in like happiness for you. You need I feel like victory will come from doing what you love, and that was what is going to create change for you. You may not really be seeing the foundations that you're setting now, but you are going to let go of some things in your past that's really been holding you down. With Libra energy, and since it's so close to like the what are they called? The ice cream cone. And the ice cream cone reminds me of summer, for one. Two, apart from summer, it also reminds me of just feeling like with Pisces energies, we're all romantic, right? Romantic. No, sorry. I'm thinking Pisces energy. Why am I thinking so much of the Pisces person? Whatever. Well, Libra energy is interesting because Libra is always about it's the scales, right? They like to balance scales, and you may need to balance some scales by doing some things that just spark some innovation and some fun for yourself, and that's what's really gonna help you. You are still like not truly seeing things for how they are, so since you have like this little guy here, which is like the lock, there's still some things that you need to do to unlock the truthness of what you need to do next. And you have like, I feel like that's that limiting self-belief that you have in yourself. So I think for your pile, like this month, yes, you're going to start to receive these good news and you're going to start to get out there, but you have like those challenges you have to face with other people around you. And that may really, really deal a lot on your confidence in yourself, and you have to learn to become more confident, and you're going to start letting go of any limiting beliefs that you have in yourself, cutting any cords of doubt. And from cutting any cords of doubt, you're going to find more alignment, and then from finding alignment and balance, you're going to find yourself being a lot more just emotionally in control, and a lot more just seeing things unravel in front of you a lot easier really, and that's just going to spark that innovation. Okay, I think that's actually all I have for my piles today. I hope this reading does help you guys out, and totally get back to me, tell me how your months went. And that is all I have for you, pile number 5. Thank you for sitting through this reading with me.